Hi, folks. This is Steve Lechner, Sageport. The typing of all these responses to the HOA debacle is just getting out of hand, so I thought I would try a YouTube video. I'll put a link on there. You guys can go look at that if you want to or not. And not to add insult to injury, but now, in addition to hearing my comments, you get to see my ugly face. Went to the meeting tonight, and oh my God. You know, all in all, well behaved. It's a very emotional issue. You know, the bottom line is most of us, want this group to go away. Leave us alone. Leave us the hell alone. And they don't seem to get it. They've had 10 years now since this last debacle, and I don't know how many of you were here then. I went through it. It was bloody. It was nasty. So the lawsuit and everything else. Here's the thing. So they send us this thing in the mail, the little announcement about the meeting last night. And all you see in the first couple paragraphs is duration of restrictions, duration of restrictions, durations of restrictions. It's 3 times in the second paragraph. This is what they want, folks. They want the ability to keep sending us ballot after ballot after ballot. They want to annoy us for the rest of our lives. That's what they want. The first part of the meeting, okay, fine presentation. Anybody can put a, slideshow together. I mean, my, preteen grandson can put a PowerPoint together. That's no big deal. 3/4 of the way down the first page is these 4 items. This is really big for them. They want to let them have mandatory control on us so that we can affect commercial expansion from Castle Rock. Ooh. I-25 interchange proposals, technological advances that threaten our privacy, drones, and pothouses and drug cartels. That's why we need to let them have mandatory control. None of those items, none of them, are part of any covenant. They're just not. They're already covered by federal, state, local laws. That's what we have the Douglas County Sheriffs for. It's what we have the Douglas County Commissioners for. DEA, FBI, CBI, all that. They think we're stupid. Okay, that's what it comes down to. They think we're stupid. Okay, so informational meeting. So here's what we're voting on: the protective covenants, and it says right here, proposed revision. They've had 10 years, 10 years to work on this, and it's a proposed revision. All right, fine. There's hardly any changes to this. It's nothing. They want the ability to come back and back and back. And that's why on the first page, duration of restrictions. They want to come back anytime they want and have us vote again and go through all this crap that we've been going through already. Sorry that. Obviously, I don't make many of these videos. We're at 4 minutes. I don't know how long I can go on this and upload it to YouTube, so this may not go through. Anyway, we've had 10 years to work on this, folks. Guess what? Mercury vapor lights. Okay? What does it say here? Upon erection of dwelling upon any plot, there shall be kept and maintained within 25 feet of the front side of the street of the dwelling a 75-watt mercury vapor light unit. They don't even make them. I think they're illegal now. With photocell mounted 8 feet above the ground. Oh, and get this. Such light shall be kept burning at all times during the hours of darkness. They've had 10 years to figure out that they're never going to enforce that. And it's still in here. All right. Item number 2. Interesting. I don't know if I should save this one for the last or not. I will. Okay. They're sort of both equal issues here. Dig this. Last page, 404, enforcement. But we're going to be voluntary, and we're not going to put liens on people's houses, and we're not going to do any of that nasty stuff. Marquesse's sitting there, 63 homes he dropped paper on. Who was here then? Do you remember that? We're supposed to believe him. All right, final for now. I'm running on 5:45. I'll probably go about 6 minutes and 15 seconds here. Architectural Control Committee membership. Yeah. So now, without a vote of all of us, they, in the middle of the night, rolled the ACC into the HOA, or vice versa, however you want to look at it. Oh, by the way, they will not answer with a straight face whether it's the 71 covenants or the 2006. They will not answer that question with a straight face. We've been advised by our attorney. Meanwhile, 71 covenants are what the district court ruled were in effect. All right, last one, I promise. Architectural Control Committee membership. I can't say this with a straight face. The Architectural Control Committee is composed of Julius Pickoff, John L. Sieber, and Lee E. Stubblefield. How did David Letterman used to do it? All 3 of those guys are dead. They've had 10 flipping years to work on this. And there's only one reason, folks. They're not stupid. They're not incompetent. This is being done with a plan. I don't do this stuff on a professional basis, obviously. I'm within a minute of finishing and summing up and telling you guys what I really think. And I get a phone call. My wife's out of town visiting her sister. And on this smartphone, when the phone call comes through, it cuts the video off. So I'm going to have my buddy Benjamin splice this together. And just real quickly to review, we talked about the mercury vapor light, the enforcement. Why is it enforceable if it's voluntary? The 10-year thing. They've had 10 years to work on this. The fact that all this is about is coming back and back and back and back and back and back and driving us crazy. And then the funny thing was, no crap. 10 years, 3 dead guys. I can't believe they can look at us with a straight face. So where does this leave us? Here it is, folks. Like I said, they're not incompetent. They're not stupid. They've got a plan. This is being done on purpose. These are smart people, right? It's on purpose. It is to gain control over us. So here's what we got to do. We've been living in peace since what, 1975? This comes up every 10 years. And they're up there standing like, we don't understand what all the consternation's about. Guess what, folks? They're causing it. We were in peace until this came up again, right? So here's what you got to do. Here's my suggestion, my heartfelt suggestion. We can live in peace without them. We don't need them. They're going to be here as an HOA, but they can have their weenie roast and their slash pickup and neighborhood block watch and all that stuff. But nothing mandatory and, putting a stupid covenant together that's going to have to be revised again and again and again and again. Here's what you got to do. You got 2 choices, same effect. And please don't get offended. You can vote no. Vote. Cindy gets up there. Oh, no one should ever tell me not to vote. It's my God-given U.S. Constitution, all that crap. The same effect, dude. This is what you want. We don't want them to gain control. They have to get 50% plus 1 vote of all the lot owners. Okay? If you own 5 lots, you get 5 votes. If you've got 10 lots, you get 10 votes. That's just the way it is. They're not happy about that. But anyway, we cannot allow this to pass. You have to vote no, or You can send them a real good message like we did on the last garbage vote. That's why we're having this vote again, because they didn't get their way. Don't mail your ballot in. Tear it up and throw it in the garbage. You don't have to acknowledge them. Don't acknowledge them. It accomplishes the same thing. If you want to express your God-given right and put a check mark in the box, I respect that. Same thing's accomplished if you tear it up and throw it in the garbage. Listen, folks, thank you so much for listening to me. I know there's going to be haters out there. I don't care. Obviously, if any of you followed me on Facebook, you know that I don't care about the haters. Doesn't matter. We know what's right. We know what they're doing. You know? So, good night from Larkspur, Sageport, Independence Drive. All of you out there, have a good evening. Love y'all. Take care. Vote no or throw it away. Thanks.